People that may be listening in would be familiar with our Tigger Pods. This is one of the first live Copepods that was available in the United States, retail store market. We collected these live Copepods, and the species is Tigriopus californicus. They have a range from Alaska all the way down to Mexico. They're primarily found in splash pools. And so we went out and collected our broodstock from local splash pools along the coast of California. We're actually located in California, so it helps to be nearby. And we were able to get these guys into culture and start working out the details on reproduction. What kind of foods do they like? How long does it take for a tank to mature to where it's ready to be harvested? How do they handle being put into a bottle? Can they handle cold temperatures, hot temperatures, low salinity, ammonia, nitrate, all these things that we know to be harmful to certain animals. And so we hit them with everything and test them to see, how durable they are. Because we don't want to offer a copepod and work with a copepod that is incredibly sensitive. And some of its sensitivities, we actually were able to breed out of it. And so we culture this organism at our farm, and we're in Silicon Valley, San Jose, California. And one of the reasons why we wanted to start working with copepods is because we knew it was a natural food source as far as a live feed organism goes. Most of what you find in the hobby as far as food goes is like flakes and dead things and dehydrated things and stuff like that. So it was something that we found that was needed, especially for people that were bringing in wild caught fish that are incredibly finicky, that just refuse to eat anything but something live. And, success rate is terrible when these animals don't have access to a live food organism. Yeah. And copepods are one of the most nutritious, most abundant animals on the planet. They're part of virtually every aquatic environment as far as the web goes. The copepods eat phytoplankton, they eat bacteria, they eat organic waste, they store that, they convert that, and then they get eaten by something, and something eats that, and so on. So all of those things that they're getting from phytoplankton get transferred up to that, that predator, that fish that's eating them. And so people that were bringing in mandarin dragonets, pipefish, seahorses, some blennies, even certain species of anthias and things like that. They're bringing these animals in and finding that it was very difficult to keep them because of this missing live feed aspect. And so Tigger Pods really kind of filled that gap when it came to feeding those animals. We started taking them around the stores and literally saying, look, we're going to dump these live copepods in your tank and you're going to watch your mandarin eat them. And we had store owners go, no way. We've never seen them eat anything that we fed them. We get this live rock from Fiji or Tonga or wherever they get live rock. And we all know that live rock has all kinds of critters on it. And copepods are part of that the zooplankton diversity that you get from live rock, as well as other kinds of pods, amphipods and isopods. And so they would dump the bottle. Randy Reed, who started doing the sales for the company, he would dump the bottle in, and the store owner would watch in amazement as the mandarin went right after this copepod and ate it. And so mandarins typically wouldn't run into this species of copepod. This copepod is not native to where the dragonets are found in the wild. But it is very similar to any kind of amphipod, isopod, copepod, larval invertebrate that they would come across. It's very similar to that by the way it moves, its digestibility, its carotenoid content, its nutritional profile. These are all things that translate to that animal going, okay, that's a food item for me. I'm going to eat it and I'm going to get nutrition from it. So that was huge for people with mandarins. As well as pipefish and seahorse. And then eventually you can try to get those animals to eat dead things, like dead mysis, dead brine shrimp, and dead copepods. And so Tigger Pods, you can see, you can find them in stores and refrigerators. Luckily, they can tolerate very low temperatures. They can tolerate very high temperatures as well. We grow them in greenhouses, no climate control whatsoever. We feed them phytoplankton routinely from, what we're growing. And we tested them and thoroughly hit them with everything and found that they're incredibly durable. They can be in a bottle for up to 4 weeks easily when kept refrigerated. And we're talking, 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So these animals can tolerate this incredibly cold temperature. And when warmed up, they become active. They can start reproducing, and you can get them into your tank. And so that's just been a very, very powerful animal, live feed organism for the hobby in general because of its durability, because we don't have to harvest it the day that we get an order, put it in a bottle and sell it immediately because the clock is ticking, but it's got a shorter time frame. This animal isn't like that. And so luckily it can go through the chain of custody. It can go from us to the shipper to distributor. They ship it, the store holds on to it, sells it to the hobbyist. Boom, it's in the hobbyist tank being fed to those animals that need it. And so after all of that, this animal can survive that, get into your system, be alive long enough to get eaten. And, and in the right circumstances, you could potentially get a population going in your system.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, they're super important for the entire reef tank, like you were saying. But like, if you have like a refugium where they have that safe place to grow and populate your tank, then you have this cycle of copepods that just keep replenishing your tank. They may get eaten, they may repopulate, but the durability is really important because I've had people ask me like, or tell me even like, oh, you're putting copepods in your tank. That's the wrong type of copepods. The temperature is going to affect them, or they're not going to do well in your tank. But yeah, if you really think about it, being shipped out from you guys through all the different shipping, then put in refrigeration, they're going through a variety of different temperature swings. And so that's just an insane amount of durability from these little guys. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, totally. And I can actually take them from full salinity and put them into fresh water for 30 minutes. They stop moving after about 15 minutes. Take them out after 30 minutes, put them back into full salinity, full salt water, and they perk right up, zero mortality. So it's just remarkable that they can even withstand that. And yes, like you said, people are like, well, this is a cold water pod. Some people believe that because they see them in the refrigerator. Well, that's not the case. We're just using that temperature to our advantage so that, the store owner can hold on to them longer, that they can tolerate that shipping, handling, and all that. What makes or breaks this animal is the kind of system you have, the kind of organic nutrient food that you're adding to your tank or that's already there, the predators in your tank. And so these copepods, are very visible to the naked eye. They're very red because they tend to store carotenoids, which are very good at behaving like antioxidants. They also enhance pigmentation. And the carotenoid actually helps to protect these copepods from UV stress. It's almost like they're tanning to protect themselves. And so once they're in your tank, the animals that are predators on these copepods can easily find them, can easily see them.
If you enjoyed this video, then I know you're going to love the full podcast episode. Go ahead and click or tap your screen to watch that. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you next time on the Coral Reef Talk.